I mean, I wouldn't mind one for Christmas. It'd make a really good Santa sleigh for the primary school, wouldn't it?
Last time I checked, these engines were around £70,000.
Morning, 19th of August. Sun's just breaking through. It's been a bit overcast. It's the big reveal day. I'm sitting on the demo toy. A few of you have commented on what you think it might be. So it is the 9RX John Deere, 913 horsepower I think we're sitting on. Got the 12 metre Torano on it, which in all honesty looks very small from back here. Due to the conditions, again, we're still rock hard. We can't really push it because I don't want to pull the machine in half. Much the same story as what it's been all season, but comparison wise with the 1167, at the moment we're sitting, you know, virtually using the same amount of fuel on this as what we did on the 1167. Impressions about this machine: it's very quiet in the cab, very spacious cab. There's not a lot going on, to be honest. It's a lot more basic inside than the Fendt, I think, although obviously you've got a lot of controls through the screen, and you know, I suspect John Deere have done that on purpose to make it, you know, less cluttered, less confusing. So yeah, this is actually the first articulated tractor I've ever driven. It's taken me a few goes to get into turning at the ends and whatnot, because it's ever so slightly different. But no, it's very impressive. Visibility is amazing. The Torano is a long way back to what we used to. I would say probably 4 metres further behind than what I'm used to. And obviously gearbox is totally different, which I'm just getting used to. But yeah, first impressions, very nice. Not sure if we'll end up with one, probably not. It really needs the 18 metre Torano on it, so I think we'll have to get it back and get an 18 metre Torano to give it a proper test in proper conditions, because I suspect you could belt along with this if it wasn't so hard. So yeah, quite impressive. So I was asking the rep when he jumped on it with us first thing, or when they got here this morning, you know, road speeds and whatnot. This will do 45k on the road. Apparently it's very smooth on the road, which I was interested in, because obviously the 1167 is, you know, massive upgrade on the 865 that we had on the road, because that used to shake you to bits. This has got no AdBlue. They've done something clever with the engine, because it's above 750 horsepower, he was saying. They don't need AdBlue, which is a big plus in my opinion, if you've not got to worry about AdBlue and AdBlue problems, because everyone seems to have AdBlue problems these days. I think it's sitting at 2.9 metres wide. I was expecting it to be wider, to be honest, and I think the current setup of this, we're sitting at about 34 tonnes, so there's plenty of weight there to get the power down. I've no doubt at all this will certainly pull anything in this country without a doubt, with no problem. Yeah, I don't know what it'd be like on fuel once it was really working. I mean, we're sitting here at the moment, we're only doing 7k because of the conditions, and at the moment we're using 34% engine power, so you know, it's not working. 50 litres an hour. So from point of view of comparing it to the 1167, fuel wise, at this speed it's exactly the same. Obviously that changes when you go through harder bits or softer bits, but yeah, I mean it's revving slightly more than what the 1167 does at this speed, but it's, you know, it's a totally different engine. It's still not revving hard, burning unnecessary fuel, but it is very, very quiet in here, very quiet. It's so quiet I can hear Tom, unfortunately, but you know, I'll put up with that as I'm sitting on something like this. Doesn't feel as big as it looks from outside when you're actually sat in here. When it pulled up, I thought, you know, that's quite a long machine, and whereas it is, but actually sitting in here physically using it, it doesn't actually feel like you're that long. I don't know the actual overall length of it. This version, I think this version and the next one down, they don't come with link arms, so I wouldn't be able to go ploughing with it. So that's a black mark against it. But we could, you know, if James got a triple leg mole plough, we could pull that with it quite easily. Triple leg mole plough and a 18 metre Torano. I'm getting quite good at thinking of ways of spending James's money at the moment. But no, it's very nice. It's always nice to sit on something new and something you've not used before. So to those of you who guessed right, yeah, it is the John Deere. We had the class on demo last year briefly. Sandy used it. I never actually used it in the field. I took it down the road. So I don't know if we've got anything else lined up to come on demo, or whether this was just, whether we just got this because it's, you know, biggest, I'm pretty sure it must be the biggest horsepower tractor in the UK. Like I say, turning wise, you can turn back round on yourself and get back online on the 12 metre CTF. It's just a different system, and turning now, trying to keep Tom in his seat, because there have been a few hairy moments, like now. But no, very impressed, very smooth on the field. I suspect it'll be really good on the road, like the rep said. And you know, you're not silly wide with it, so you could get down the road. If you were much wider than this, especially in like the little roads we've got in Lincolnshire, you would struggle. You'd be up both sides of the bank. So all in all, very impressed so far.
Do you want one for Christmas?
I mean, I wouldn't mind one for Christmas. It'd make a really good Santa sleigh for the primary school, wouldn't it?
So we're currently just over in Ely. We've got a bit of spare time with us finishing harvest so early and getting cultivations done. Normally we'd have a contractor come in and spread the lime for us, but with us having the bit of spare time, we're able to hire a spreader ourselves and go and put it on. We're just going through some of the fields in Cambridgeshire that were a bit deficient. The maps that SOYL have done for us have come up, so we're just getting across. I've got myself and the 942 with the spreader on, and we've got NZ Kieran with the loader. We should be finished Cambridgeshire this evening. Ground's looking really well, it's dry. Ideally we could do with a bit of moisture just to get it to chit so we can get spraying and hopefully get the drills in early September. It's going on really well, spreading really well with this spreader from Agri Hire. We should be finished at Cambridgeshire this evening. We'll get down to Bedfordshire first thing tomorrow morning. We should have Bedfordshire finished about lunchtime, mid-afternoon tomorrow, and then we'll get up to Lincolnshire. So hopefully we've got a bit more to spread in Lincolnshire, so we'll get that spread hopefully in the next couple of days, and then we'll be finished by Friday. So as you can see here, it's quite a light line that we've got. Bigger stones to last a bit longer, but fairly dusty. Spreader's doing a really good job in getting out to 12 metres, sitting really well behind the 942 and barely making an imprint really. The subsoil will be following to just pull up the wheelings so there's no water sitting in them over the winter or just before we cultivate. But no, it's travelling really well. Definitely do with a bit of rain, but we'll see how things go.
Right, we're here at Long Stanton, spraying in barley stubbles for Roundup. We're getting them ready for drilling now in the next couple of weeks. They've greened up nicely now with a little bit of rain and showers, so they're greened up. Actually out on the first day today, full time in the new sprayer, so that's nice, lovely. Had Anthony here this morning, just trying to sort a few little issues out, but got them sorted for the corners and the GPS, so that's good. Thanks to Anthony for that. But yeah, all well good here. Just finishing off Long Stanton and then Gonna go spray some more at Hornsey today and go to Heathrow at Swaff and Pryor later. And then that'll be today done, and then finish the roundup off tomorrow, ready for next week then, next Tuesday, to go up to Lincolnshire and spray up there, do all of Lincolnshire roundup. Well, the wide tyres are good, they're 900s, so they're a lot smoother in the field now, and on the road they're a beast. It looks to daddy now. But yeah, really good, a lot smoother. Yeah, just makes everything a lot better. The footprints better. Well, and we're going down the field now and turning on the headland, you're struggling to see where the headland tram line is because you can hardly see the footprint. So really good tyre. 48 metre booms it's a lot better. It takes some getting used to on the headlands. When I first pulled in the field, I went to the 36 and I thought, oh bugger. So yeah, it takes some getting used to, but we've got the hang of it now, where to turn, where not to turn, and yeah, it's a lot easier on the new screen now with the Precision IQ. So all in all, the spray is a lot better, and I'm happy with the 48 metre. So yeah, happy days. 48 metre is all right in the small fields, a bit clumsy in the corners and trying to get around a few telegraph poles. It is a bit tricky. Got to have a few days on it prior to going into these to get used to it, but yeah, the small fields are all right. Slow me down a little bit, but nothing major, just a little bit trickier to manhandle around in the headlands and stuff. So we're putting the roundup on at the minute at 100 litres a hectare, just to get a fine spray over it. Yeah, don't need to be at 200 litres. Just yeah, so 100 litres will be fine to kill what little blackgrass and barley and that there. Hit it well. And we're putting it on at 3 litres a hectare, so fairly good dose of Roundup. Putting it on with a wetter as well. So yeah, all good.
Right, good afternoon. So we're with Aaron this afternoon, who's been on 942, number 4 all season, finished chaser bin work, all washed and put away, and he's now on subsoiler, going around pulling up where bale stacks have been, headland tram lines where we've done on all the fields, and he's now where we're spreading lime on top of cultivated ground. He's going around behind the lime spreader, pulling up all the wheel marks and going back round behind Henry Roworth's team, who are clearing up the last of the straw from Cambridgeshire today and tomorrow. So by the end of today we'll have Cambridgeshire completed with all cultivations and everything. So we're just going through the subsoil now because he's going to go from Cambridgeshire, he's going up to Ely this evening, a bit more in Cambridgeshire tomorrow morning, then he's off to Bedfordshire. So we're just changing all the metal, changing the leg protectors, so it's ready to go. It should last him now till he gets to Bedfordshire, finish Bedfordshire, and then we should change the metal, ready for going up for the final push in Lincolnshire after the bank holiday weekend, when we've got the last bit of lime going on up there, and then we're done.
Hi, Graham from GFC Agriculture Engineering. We look after Challengers. Well, I look after Challengers. All around, really. A lot of people would know me for that. If you haven't got a Challenger, you might not. But yeah, just come to the 1165. I shouldn't say it because of the situation it's in, but normally they're pretty bomb-proof. However, yeah, she developed a bit of a rattle and a bang, and the crankshaft has snapped. Meaning, well, it's pretty much a whole new engine because the damage that would have done with the crankshaft coming forward and obviously the pistons and everything moving up and down. I can't begin to imagine the damage that's inside there. So, yeah, just get a new engine job. I'm praying. I think this machine is under warranty, which will please James. Certainly won't if it's not. Well, the next step is really there's no actual diagnosing to do other than looking at that pulley, because you can see that much of the crankshaft that's come out the front. So there's no point in going any further. Normally, if you had a knock-in from the bottom end of an engine, you'd want to get the sump off and have a visual look, but that's as much as you need. So the next step is to get in touch with Chandler's Agco and go through the relevant channels to just make sure that she is relevantly covered and hopefully, they used to keep this engine on the shelf, so hopefully they still do. It's a day and a half job, 2-day job to change it. You could change it where it is, so it's not a low loaded job. It's nice and dry this time of year, especially this year. So yeah, get it disconnected, get an engine out, new engine in, and getting back up and running. If it's not under warranty, it's still the same job. The actual job's the same, but last time I checked, these engines were around £70,000 for a new one. So I mean, that could have all changed. I mean, don't quote me on that. That's what they were back in the day when we had to fit a few under an RP. So that price could have gone up, could have gone down. The way the world is at the minute, price all over the place. It's certainly big bucks, you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. Mara has broken me into James's office just so I can film an outro for you. Apologies, this video is slightly shorter than usual. My usual presenters are either asleep or on holiday, so hopefully they'll be back very shortly. Thank you for all the lovely comments on the previous video. It was a huge amount of work to get that one done in time. James and I do read all of them, so I'll be intrigued to know your comments on this video in regards to the 9RX. Leave your thoughts. It's unbelievably expensive. It's very nice, but I can't get my head around it. But those of you who like your tractors, I'm sure it means more to you than it does to me. Kieran's enjoying his new sprayer and he's cracking on very well. And we'll have another video for you in time for Sunday with a bit of luck. So have a good evening and we'll see you soon.